Hello everyone, I hope everyone is healthy and safe. Our today's recipe is called Mussakhan. It's baked chicken in the oven. We need this recipe chicken, and I put here all the ingredients for you. First of all, we clean the chicken with water and vinegar under the water, as you see here. I use clean paper towel to dry the water out of the chicken. You can use any clean towel if you have one, white one, or usually white one is better to dry the chicken if you have a clean towel. But here for fast work with the chicken, I use paper towel. I'm going to tell you how much I use along with this recipe. Here I use 1 lemon and a half. I put it in small bowls, as you see here. I have 2 large baking trays I use to bake in the oven. I'm using lots of chicken in this recipe because I did this for our community get-together potluck. Usually people, they ask me to do Mussakhan for them. So I always make them this recipe. As you see here, I squeeze the lemon and I use these containers, small bowls. Bowls is to separate for each tray. I use here 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, this is nutmeg, so I use 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and this is ground sumac. I use 2 teaspoons in each bowl. I use extra virgin olive oil. So I used in this recipe 3 teaspoons of olive oil. I mix well all the spices together inside the bowl. Then I spread it on top of the chicken. And now the second bowl of the spices I mix well. Then I spread it on top of the other tray. Yeah, we call this baking pan, but this is large baking pan. So now I mix well the first baking pan. Mix the chicken very well to get all the nice spices into the chicken. So I do the first tray. Now I'm going to do the second tray. Mix the chicken pieces with the spices. The mixed spice I put on that bowl. I mix it here very well so the spices go inside the chicken. As you see here, my husband, he helps me put the baking trays in the oven. I use 400 Fahrenheit, 30 minutes to bake these two baking trays. Here I used 5 large yellow onion. I skin the onion, then half it, then quarter it before I put it in the food processor. Usually when I do the onion, I do the pulse in the food processor so I can control how much the chopped onion will be. So we are going to saute now the onion. I use salt now, then olive oil. I use lots of olive oil to cover the onion, chopped onion. I mix it together, then I put the sumac, the ground sumac. I use 3 hands full. Of the sumac. This recipe loves sumac and olive oil. Sometimes I throw a handful of pine nuts. I didn't in this recipe. So the pine nuts will saute with the onion and the sumac. I use tortilla bread in the bottom of the tray. I use 3 in each tray. These disposable trays, I use it because I'm taking this food to the community center, so I don't have to worry about bringing it back and clean it or dishwash it. I put a little bit from the juice in the bottom of on top of the bread, maybe just 1/4 of a cup. Then I put the piece of the chicken on top, then top it with the sauteed onion and sumac. With this recipe, when we serve it with plain yogurt. The yogurt will take away the fat in the oil. Now put it in the oven and bake it for another 25 minutes. Now that's how it looks when it's done. Bon appetit. If you like this recipe, please hit like, subscribe to my channel to receive new videos of my new recipes. Until we meet again in a new recipe, have a great time with your family and friends. Bye bye for now.